Hello, my name's Amy, and I am the youngest of the EarthWalkers.
That was me 20 years ago. And this is our story. In the late 1960s, my parents, Morris and Lynn, met and fell in love.
The best things in life are simple and pure. I'll tell you one thing I found out for sure. The best things in life are simple and free. You are the best thing to happen to me.
They found that they both shared a joy of music, the environment, and travel. They started writing and singing songs together. Soon they were booking shows at local venues. Not long after, they went on the road to do shows around the country. By 1971, they were touring Vietnam to play for our troops during the war. By 1978, they had performed over 1,000 shows together and traveled the world.
All of the best things in life here with you.
That was the year my brother, Sherlock Skywalker, came along. And I followed just 2 years later.
The best things in life are simple and free. You are the best.
It didn't take long to see that Skye, as we called him, and I were not shy in front of the camera.
I want to stay here forever! Me too!
We were also comfortable on the road, from very early on.
Beyond the fact I can't predict.
We were soon playing gigs with our parents at small gatherings. I'm not really sure what made my parents decide to have a family band. Perhaps they missed being on the road together and wanted to share their love of music and travel with us. I know they also had an important message to share with kids all around the country. And long before reduce, reuse, recycle was a catchphrase, or environmentalism a popular movement, they knew that teaching sustainability and conservation was crucial to the future of the human race. After many shows as a family, we began to formulate a plan based on our name, the Walkers, and our environmental focus. My father came up with a name. We called ourselves the EarthWalkers.
Rocky Top, Rocky Top. Well, I wish that I was up on Rocky Top and see here. Oh, don't throw that all on Rocky Top, don't pay telephone bill. Feel pollution bound on Rocky Top the way pollution do. Though old things began to change, they're changing how we do. Oh, Rocky Top, you'll always be home sweet home to me. Good old Rocky Top, Rocky Top, Tennessee.
We came up with a set of songs, originals and covers, a script to tie the show together, including serious environmental issues, as well as a lot of comedy. And we took our act to national school assemblies. Our pitch was that we were a family band that focused on teaching kids about how to save the planet by recycling, reducing waste, and taking care of our own habitats. Mom and Dad knew that the right combination of music, comedy, and information would help to get our message across in a way that kids would remember. We nailed that first audition and booked 200 shows right out of the gate.
This is it! We got it! We got it!
Got what?
We got the tour, Lynn! We got the tour! We got the tour! We're going to the EarthWalkers, our group. We're going to go to Alabama, Arkansas, Mississippi, Louisiana, the whole South.
By 1989, we had sold most of our belongings, packed the rest into our Jeep,
We are packed.
and headed out on our very first tour. Dad had a vision, and he was pumped up, excited for the first tour. The rest of us didn't really know what to expect.
Mr. Skywalker, what do you think about this trip?
Too much homework.
What? Can't hear you.
Too much homework.
What do you think about the 160 shows in Tennessee, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi?
Great.
He's excited. And where's my girl? Amy, roll your window down. We had a lot of things to pack up. We thought we were going to motorhome. Instead, we've got everything that would go in a motorhome right here in our van, packed up on top.
The only thing we forgot is the kitchen sink and the toilet.
Are you ready for these shows? Are you ready for the life of a performer?
Get in the car. We want to get out of here.
Hey, we're making a movie.
You're making a movie.
We're making a movie.
And I'm trying to eat.
Come on.
I don't want the world to watch me eat.
She's going to be good on stage, even if she's a little precocious here.
And for the next 3 years, we did 2 to 3, sometimes 4 shows a day, at schools in different towns, over 24 states, staying in motels, hotels, and campgrounds all over the country. In less than 3 years, we did over 2,000 live shows, not just in schools, but also at community centers, concerts in parks, youth groups, churches, hospitals, and college campuses.
We have with us today the Walker family, who it's a musical program, but they're also talking about ecology. So they titled their program Musicology. So without any further ado, here's the Walker family.
The ocean is a habitat, a very special habitat. It's where the deepest waters at, it's where the biggest fish are at, it's where our future food is at, keeps the atmosphere intact. The ocean is a habitat that we depend on. Habitat, habitat, have to have a habitat. Habitat, habitat, have to have a habitat. Habitat, habitat, have to have a habitat. Have to have a habitat. Carry on.
My favorite was when we had to set up the show and the kids were already in the auditorium waiting for us to come in and set up, and so we came in and we started setting up, but we couldn't tune our instruments and get the microphones ready with everybody sitting there. So Dad decided we should do a little song to tune the microphones, so to speak.
Testing, testing, testing. All the mics are working. Now we're done with tuning. Testing. Well, we've tested all the mics now. We're tuned and tested right now. It's time to do a final testing. Tune them up, test them out, test them out, tune them up, tune them up, test them out, testing. Test them out, tune them up, test them out, tune them up, test them out, testing.
Hello, my name is Skye Walker. A very unusual name, but I like it. I guess my parents named me Skye because they love the planet and the sky. But if they didn't and they went around polluting and throwing garbage around, I guess they'd give me a name like, Toxic. Toxic Walker. As my sister was saying, my mom is very intelligent. So is my dad. Despite the fact that he's been dealing with Dunlop's disease for many years now. Do you know what Dunlop's disease is? His belly Dunlopped over his belt.
Hey, get out of here.
A group of traveling musicians entertained students at Gardnerville Elementary School today and taught the importance of environmental conservation.
Well, what's something you would do for the country?
I think I'd decided to make all environmental pollution illegal so that it would be nice for our habitats.
Yes, our habitats. What's a habitat?
Well, a habitat is a place where a person or an animal or an insect lives.
And each year, millions of birds and fish in America suffocate and die because they get their little bodies stuck in these plastic little containers. We're doing this for our kids because we want them to have a good future.
You're gonna find a few changes down there. The folks that live around the bend in the river.
We've had the best opportunity to have quality time with our kids, and we've seen the most exciting and wonderful things we could ever imagine.
I guess I have some natural ability because my parents are so talented. And sometimes I feel like I've been on stage for 1,000 years. You know, really comfortable. The ground started shaking like a bowl full of jelly, like a rubber ducky, like my dad's belly when he's jogging.
I won't have you lying about your father like that.
Thank you.
You know he never jogs.
The education we're getting from our parents and traveling is something no one could learn any other way. And if our shows have good music and good comedy and make people laugh a lot, and make them think about the natural order of things a little bit more, I feel that it's got to be good.
Man, I've been everywhere. I have breathed the mountain air, and I've crossed the deserts bare. I've traveled, I've done my share now. I've been everywhere.
In the context of our show, we try and do enough good music and comedy with a sincere focus on the environment that maybe we can impress someone, maybe we can change the way they think. At least we're trying to.
I love to travel and I love to do shows with my family. Hello everybody, my name is Amy and I'm the youngest of the EarthWalkers. It's really important to take care of our environment. It's really important to us because we love our environment.
Have to have a habitat to carry on.
The forest is a habitat, a very special habitat. It's where the tallest trees are at. It's where bears can scratch his back. It keeps the ground from rolling back. We use our oxygen in fact. The forest is a habitat that we depend on. Habitat.
To this day, we still get letters from kids who saw us perform over 20 years ago. When I was a kid, I saw a traveling family, father, mother, teenage son, and daughter. They came to my school in California, and they performed songs, many of which had an environmental theme. They sang songs such as Have to Have a Habitat. My family had one of their tapes, and we absolutely loved their music. It would be so wonderful if I could get a copy of the EarthWalker tape again. Thank you. Amanda.
Good show, huh? Bye.
I remember you coming to my school a few times to sing and talk to us, and I loved it. I've been a lifelong environmentalist, and two of my earliest memories about being an environmentalist are a Sesame Street movie about saving the planet and the EarthWalkers. I was so young, but I have never forgotten parts of the Habitat song, and I recall always looking forward to when you would come. Those were my favorite assemblies. I still very much consider myself an environmentalist. Sincerely, Kyla.
Toto, I don't think we're in Kansas anymore.
Because the future of your state is in the palm of your hands. Take good care of it. There's more than recycling. You got to take care of your forests, your rivers, everything. Are you going to keep Arkansas beautiful?
In the end, I know our little family band didn't save the planet, but I do know that we taught thousands of kids about the importance of caring for their own habitats, recycling, sustainability, and most importantly, about the power of family, music, and laughter. And if we only changed the life of one child, we did what we set out to do.
Our habitat's gone.
20 years ago, we took the first photo of the EarthWalkers against the backdrop of the magnificent Sierra Nevadas, and we're trying to recapture that moment.
Sometimes a family has the rare opportunity to make a difference in the world. And that's what we tried to do as the EarthWalkers.
To carry on. People are different from foxes and rabbits. We pollute the earth with our bad habits. Better learn to love it. Why we still have it. Rat-a-tat-tat. Our habitat's gone, no habitat, habitat, have to have a habitat, 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 have to have a habitat, 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 have to have a habitat, have to have a habitat, to carry on, to carry on, to carry on, or rat-a-tat-tat, our habitat's gone.